it off, though. Shut off the music.
I pulled the fader down.
Oh, you're so smart.
Yeah, I can do either. It's a choice, like much in life.
Sorry, I was taking a picture.
She's taking a picture of the finger puppets that she's wearing, which I just noticed.
They were kicking around in my purse.
I really like them. Is that one a lion?
It's a lion and a little red bird.
Are you
Unlikely friends. Like us.
Yeah, which one do you want to be?
Well, I'll be the lion because you are more bird-like.
Really? Okay.
And I have yellow hair. And you...
And the lion is yellow.
Right.
Yeah, you remember as kids when it was always like, who do you want to be? Or I'm going to be the...
Yes. We used to do that actually with catalogs or children's books. We'd look through and point to the different people and say, that's me or that's you. Or
yeah.
Or we'd play My Car, Your Car on the interstate as cars go by. And then we'd laugh at whoever got a really ugly car or a really nice car. It was like a really real thing to us.
Oh, so you would point out and say, Myra, that's your car. And then she'd go, no, it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
And she'd hit you.
Right.
Or spit on you.
Precisely. Oh, man, that picture was a little blurry. I'm going to have to take this, Kristina.
Go ahead. I can never forget that story that you told way back in the first year of our doing this show about how you used to pin your sisters down and drool on them.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. You haven't told that
We
story
haven't got to that point in our relationship yet where I have held you down and
you have not
and tried
done that.
to spit on you.
I'm kind of glad.
Oh, the storage is full on my camera. I can't even take a picture of these damn puppets.
You can use my phone if you want, and I'll post it later.
Okay, all right.
Because I did post that
Let me
great...
see if I can figure out how to do it.
The cheese advent calendar.
I loved that. That
Didn't
was the
you?
best thing
Are
I
you
ever
gonna
saw.
order one? No, you don't know my code.
I got it.
Oh, you do? Okay. She knows my code.
I don't know your code, but...
Well, for anybody who's listening, my code is always the same on everything, except lately I've had to start switching it up a little bit on my passwords. Okay, she's taking the picture. I guess I'm in it too.
I'm gonna
Smile.
have to go sideways, I guess.
Okay. That's so stupid. Oh my God. But it does make a peace sign.
Is it
I like
taken?
that.
Is this even taken?
Yeah. But you know what it
doesn't
does?
make noises like mine.
Yeah, you know what it does sometimes?
What? Here, I don't know how to
Sometimes
do your phone.
it starts doing this burst thing. You know what that is?
I hate that.
I really hate it.
I call that like the fat finger whoops. Like it's like, it takes a whole bunch of pictures and then it uses up all your phone.
Yes, and every time it happens to me, I get so mad because I don't know how to stop it. It just keeps taking pictures. It takes like 100 shots before I can... I feel like throwing the phone at the wall when it happens.
That's a terrible thing.
There's got to be a way to stop it. If somebody knows how to stop a burst photo from happening, just let me know.
I'm sure there's a setting. These actually make my fingers a little too hot.
Oh, they do? You're overheated?
A little. I'm going to take them off. I'll put them together right here.
Finger puppet overheating. That's what
Yes.
we're talking about today. That's our lead story.
Here on 11th Hour Radio.
Where
Apparently we weren't streaming live last week, so our apologies. We don't know what happened. We pushed everything that they told us to push.
You know, some things are just beyond our control, and this is a good lesson for life. So what have we learned this week about life?
This week?
Yeah, what did you learn about life?
Oh my God.
In the deep life lessons. See, the sun is coming out. This is the time for...
every week teaches you that you can't, it's not going to be the way you thought it was going to be. That's all.
Okay. That's fair.
I realized that every single week. Like I had tons of plans for getting stuff done this week and everything was going to go like clockwork. And, you know, I looked at the weather and I checked, you know, well, this day is the day that we're going to do the outside stuff because this is okay. And this day, you know, we're going to do the inside stuff because it's going to be raining. And everything was the opposite of what they said. And then my kid got sick, and then school was canceled one day, and there was all kinds of stuff going on that I had not counted on. You know?
Yeah, I understand. I'm trying to think of what my week was like. My week was sort of a little more predictable than that because I had just set aside 3 or 4 days to stay in the studio, and I didn't plot it out. But I just knew that I was going to get creative in there if I just put myself in there.
Yeah.
And so actually what happens typically if I have a block of time in the studio is I'll spend maybe the first day doing technical stuff like upgrading software or rewiring something or, cleaning up and that's good. It's like the proverbial dog circling before it lays down.
Why do they do that? Is it just to soften their little space?
It's more of an energetic thing, I think. Energy
It's
flow.
usually 3, though. It's 3 times. So this is like the human sneezing twice. Dogs usually circle 3 times.
I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a number.
Why? The universe is so mysterious.
Yeah, but you can feel why. You can feel, imagine yourself as that dog. You know exactly when you get to the right moment to just
Well, I like even
flop.
numbers, so I would circle twice or 4 times because I have a particular sort of even number OCD. Like if I can't put an odd number of say M&Ms in my mouth, it upsets me. I put them equally on either side of my mouth.
That's interesting because, I've been juicing. Of course, you know that.
Yes.
And it's gotten kind of hard to slug down that much green juice twice a day. It just doesn't taste amazing because it doesn't have much fruit in it. It's not,
add more fruit?
Berries? I'm just not supposed to be doing a lot of sugar. So I'm keeping it real. But I finally figured out the way.
What about pomegranate? Didn't we say that pomegranate was good for you?
It's not
a fruit.
It's not a matter of something being good for you. It's just that the type
Not
of goodness
sugars.
that comes from green leaves is specific to certain vitamin groups.
Yeah, I would not want to drink a big glass of green things.
Yeah, but let me tell you how I solve this with numbers because it relates to you with your M&Ms actually. What I do is I pick it up and I put it in my hand. I have this big cup of green juice and then I say I'm going to count to 8 and sort of as an aside, I say, and I'm going to swallow this stuff down. So basically I put it up to my lips and I just start counting and each swallow is a count and it takes 8 to 10 swallows to get it all down. But actually I distract myself by just thinking I'm counting. You see what I mean?
This is the weirdest thing ever because this is exactly what I do because I don't like to drink things. But, okay, in my head I say, when I get a big glass of water, I say, all right, every sip that I gulp is, I make up some creepy thing in my head to sort of trick myself into drinking it. I say, every gulp is one more year I get to live. So if I can gulp a whole bunch, I'm like, okay, all right, I got 15 more years. That's not bad. That's how I get a big glass of water down.
That's
it's
really
like a
super.
Weird superstitious thing.
I'm doing it with water too.
It's the only way I can do it.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to be drinking 10 glasses of water a day, which would just
my God.
I know, it'd make me nauseous. And get this, I'm supposed to drink a glass of water every half hour when I get up in the first 2 hours after I get up. So that's, for me, that's totally out of character for me to do that.
That's just like floating away. That's drowning your innards.
At 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm slugging down coffee. I don't want to drink water, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You can change your habits.
It can be tea or warm water. At least is a little easier in the morning.
You have to trick yourself. You have to trick yourself. It is possible.
Yeah.
So that's advice.
Well, this years on my life thing works because then I have to make it be enough years that I gulp so that my kids are grown up and won't be sad that I'm gone too. It's all this weird, stupid game in my head about gulping water.
Well, that's so funny because you and I were talking about affirmations and looking in the mirror and saying, I am so beautiful. Well, that could work with the drinking water. Also, every gulp you could say, I'm getting more beautiful. I'm getting more beautiful. I'm getting more beautiful. Maybe as a whole civilization, if we try this technique, we'll feel so good about ourselves that we won't fight anymore. Fighting. Ooh. Ugh.
My kids were really fighting this week. I don't know what was up with them.
Well, cars were crashing too.
Yeah.
I think things in the cosmos come around in packages.
And the weather was wonky.
Yeah, wonked out is right. How much rain, right?
Holy cow.
It was
our horse paddocks are like a cesspool of muck. But I feel so bad because it already snowed. We had this white Halloween and white Thanksgiving up at our place. And I think all my critters kind of think that winter came and is gone because it was so muddy in their paddock, and they usually stay in the paddock all winter long. They don't go out to the pasture, but it was so muddy in the paddock, and there's no snow anywhere in their pasture. I said, I'm just going to put them out in their pasture. Why the heck not? So I put them out yesterday, and they reacted just the way they act the first day you put them out in the spring. Like, woohoo, we're free. It's been such a long winter. We're running and kicking up our heels. So I feel horrible. They don't even know that the rest of winter's still to come.
Well, first of all, there's nothing wrong with enjoying December grass. December grass is a very special thing, and I was looking at it driving down here.
It's very green.
It's green as can be. So but they know it's getting darker. They're still experiencing that slide down to December 21st.
Well, I felt kind of like I was tricking them into thinking it was spring now, and they were really excited. And
they'll be okay. They're tough.
All right. Do you ever have a tick like in your heart, sort of, but not in your heart? Maybe it's just around it. Like, do you ever feel like a little click,
arrhythmia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not in the heart. Maybe it is in the heart. I don't know, but I can feel like a little bubble keep going, blop, blop, blop. Like kind of where my heart is.
Mine goes flump sometimes.
Oh, well, I have an arrhythmia.
Instead of a nice strong beat, it goes flump, which has to do with your heart valves. And sometimes when you have toxins in your system.
I just ate 3 miniature Twix bars on the way here.
Yeah,
that's
that could be
some toxins.
Your heart has every right to go flump.
Well, mine just will speed up every once in a while and go like thump, 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 and then go back to normal again.
Yeah, if you're a sensitive human, stuff like that's going to happen. Your body is talking all the time to you. Doesn't mean you're dying. You look great.
I really don't look great today. You say that every week.
I'm sorry. If your friends look at your inner beauty, that's what they see. Okay. They don't look at the outer stuff.
Good.
Yeah. No, you look great. And I was the one that didn't look in the mirror today. I was driving down.
You look great.
Well, I just realized I didn't even look once. I didn't look in just to see what was going on. You know, you need to see.
You got your like waifish, like street urchin thing going on.
Is it the bagginess of the clothing?
Yes, but it looks good. It looks like you meant to.
I just want to tell you, I defined my style in 5th grade. This is basically what I wore.
You look like Oliver Twist is like your style icon,
well,
I think.
I had that style in 5th grade, and then the new principal came, and he made the girls wear dresses, and I flipped out, and I hated it, and I was miserable, but of course I had to wear a dress. And then my whole life has been...
You needed my dad in your school to protest for you and wear the dress.
Yeah, really, because what happened then, again, it was this downward spiral until, say, maybe, I don't know, when did I start wearing clothes that really... I think now, this year, is the first year that I'm just completely taking charge of my style. And it's my 5th grade style. We don't change.
It's lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. All right. We didn't say that you're Kristina and I'm Emily, ever.
No, we didn't. Ever.
I think we said this is 11th hour.
Yeah, you did.
We didn't say we're on South Royalton Community Radio. Sorry. WFERLP.
You didn't say that with very good articulation.
WFERLP, Royalton, Vermont.
You know, sometimes we talk so fast.
I particularly talk very fast.
Yeah, what if we have people listening from, say, India who are trying to learn English? Don't you worry about
this
that.
This is not the show to listen to if you want to learn English. I don't even think I can speak English most of the time. You're an English major. You're pretty good.
I'm okay. I mean, my dad did make us talk right. He made us talk good.
Talk real good.
He forced us to talk good at the dinner table, but see how it paid off. Yeah, no. I mean, I think basically maybe I know how to talk with correct English, but I don't always choose to because we all have to find a place with our conversation that really fits how we feel truly if we want to be more authentic. Especially,
it doesn't mean that we're always grammatically correct.
No, it doesn't. And also, we've talked about this before. Sometimes, depending on who you're talking to, you kind of slant things.
That's true.
I can't say that word very well today.
Slant. Yeah, my accent. Not that I have a Vermont accent, but if I'm talking to a Vermonter,
you get a little more.
Another Vermonter, I should say. My accent gets a little deeper.
I wish I could be a fly on the wall to hear that.
No, I'm embarrassed later. I don't mean to do it. It just is my way of connecting with them. I'm like, look, we sound exactly alike.
Yeah, and I can't do the Vermont accent because I didn't grow up in Vermont, but there is a sort of a rural, casual tone that one can strike. And
Agreed.
I think I do that. So,
Oh, did you get your Christmas tree yet?
are you kidding?
Come on.
What?
Live a little. Get your Christmas tree before
I actually would love to,
Christmas.
but what happens is my kids come home on the 24th and then we do it, which is kind of
Are you getting out on
depressing.
your property or are you going to like the tree farm?
No, we don't get it off my property. If somebody cut down all the good trees before I moved there, and now the ones that are the beautiful, anything that's beautiful, I want to leave it. I don't want to cut it down in
True.
its, youth.
Well, you should go to Red Rock Farm in Chelsea because they have the little Christmas chicken that comes out and greets you, and it's so cute.
I have gone to Red Rocks for years and never seen the Christmas chicken.
I've seen the chicken for the last 3 years,
What
and I
are you
took pictures of
talking
it every
about?
year. I can
There
even
is
show
no
you.
chicken. You're just
There
making
is
that
totally.
up. A
Ask
Christmas
everybody in
chicken?
my family. It's a little red chicken, and it has a little chicken coop right by the
right.
barn where they make the reeds and they check you out and they give you your candy canes.
Really?
And the chicken comes out.
Did I just
It
somehow
says hello.
Did I miss the chicken?
Maybe the chicken knows you're not a chicken lover.
No, I am a chicken lover.
I've been worried about the chicken for the last couple years. I thought it was just coincidence that there was a chicken there the first couple years. And then when it greeted us this year, I was like, okay, this is the Christmas chicken. But it's right. It's wandering and lives like right in the little parking lot where you come. How has it not been run over by a truck getting their tree?
Hey, look, I am not worried about the Christmas chicken because the Christmas chicken is, protected by the power of the great.
Baby G's eye.
Yes.
Baby G's eyes? I guess G's eyes already
G's eye is the plural.
so I don't need to add a Z to it.
No. Yeah, so if this truly is the real Christmas chicken and not like the fake one.
I'm pretty sure it might be.
Yeah. Well, now we've sort of let the cat out of the bag.
But if you want to go and be blessed by the Christmas chicken, I think you better go to Red Rock Farm.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go to a place in Brookfield. Which
there won't maybe be a chicken.
They might have other stuff. They might have a Christmas, I don't know, woodchuck.
I think they're asleep right now. Wait, woodchucks hibernate, right? Yeah.
Well, I actually got an email from this Christmas tree farm up in Brookfield, and I have no idea how I got on the list. I don't remember signing up. I don't think I ever went there. I don't know what happened, but I'm really
it's magic.
Kind of happy. It's right next door to my friends Eric and Wendy's house. So,
do you ever feel like your headphones are like actually squishing your head?
Are they that tight on you?
No, they don't usually hurt, but today I feel like they're digging holes into my brain.
Ow. I'm so sorry.
No, it could be just, I might have a little bit of a residual cold, so maybe there's pressure there. Are you raising your hand because it's your turn to talk? Or are you just trying to like...
No, I don't know. Sometimes my body just has involuntary movements.
That's called spastic.
No, you know what? That's really funny. I did just throw my hand up in the air. And you're reminding me that I used to, when I went to sleep at night, this is the weirdest memory. I haven't thought of it in so many years. When I was, what
did you like to whack the wall?
No, I used to lie in bed and I used to put my arm up. I'd lay on my side and put my arm up in the air. It kind of relaxed me.
Oh.
I guess people should try it.
I was going to say, if you can't get your rings off, you hold your hand up in the air above your head for a while and all the blood will run out of your fingers and then you can get your ring off. I mean, other people use butter and soap, or you can go under wicked cold water. That shrinks you too, as all the gentlemen out there will know. But sticking your hand up in the air is very good little trick if you got something stuck on your finger.
Now you're doing it. Let's both do it together.
Mine gets really tired after just a second.
Yeah, but you got to let the wrist kind of hang. That's part of it. And lock it. It locks in place. If you're lying on your side, it'll lock in place. And it just feels so good. I think it makes us, connects us with the universe in some strange way. It's like putting up your antenna.
Oh, your little feelers, like a slug.
Yeah, yes. Like, come to me. I don't know.
It's a chickadee landing perch thing. What's that noise? Is that your phone or my phone?
That was a cool noise. It sounded like a marimba.
I think it's yours.
Me?
Oh, no, it's my sister. She's telling me to stop interrupting you.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody's standing up for me in this world.
She's my sister. Why is she standing up for you?
Because she's my friend.
That's nice, Jen.
Thank you, Jen. I saw so many pictures of Jen this week on Facebook. I love her happy, shining face.
Jen is really happy.
You guys had some great family photos that you took, that you put on Facebook.
Thanks.
I almost felt like, oh, I wish I had a family like that. That's, those.
You can be our family,
well,
too.
those Facebook photos go either way. The ones of the happy family life, you can either just hate people for having or at least appearing to have such a happy family life, or you can just love and enjoy and share in their happiness. Now, which would it be for you?
I guess it depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah.
And who the particular family is I'm looking at. Some families just irritate me no matter what.
Yeah.
Because it's the fakest fake of fake ever. And other families, you're like, oh, you really are quite sweet and lovely.
Yeah. You gotta love those ones that are so fake, though. You gotta just love them. That's Jen again.
Oh, she wants us to talk about the spiral of lights. Sorry.
Oh, okay, Jen. I thought you just cared about me, and that's why you're texting Emily.
No, she's just looking for the free promo.
No, but okay, you can do that, but we do have to play a song soon.
All right.
Okay.
Well, this was actually Jen's idea. Back at the Waldorf school that my kids used to go to, they had this nice Advent celebration called the Spiral of Lights, which you remember because your kids went there too.
Well, I actually wrote on my notes to talk about the Spiral of Lights.
Weird.
In a general sense.
And it's kind of one of the things that I miss about not going to that school any longer. There's lots of things I don't miss, but that was something that I really miss. And it's lots of religions celebrate light at this time of the year.
Well, you know,
solstice.
You know what Advent means?
Isn't it like the coming?
Yeah, it means the coming or the arrival. So it could either mean Christmas or it could just mean solstice. It really doesn't have to be religious.
It's not terribly religious.
It's not
and
religious.
Many religions.
It's about the light
focus on
coming,
the light.
celebrating the light.
Yeah,
the light.
Hindu religions, Jewish religion.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
The spiral is this beautiful, it's in a, you sit in silence in a darkened room as a candle is lit in the center of the spiral.
Which is made out of pine boughs that smell beautiful.
Evergreen boughs. And it's, it's a symbol of life amidst the dead of winter. Here, well, it's not exactly the dead of winter, but it's entering into
the darkest
it's the darkest time of the year. And so it's really, it's designed for the kids. You explain, what do the kids do?
Oh, well, we're holding one on the 11th of December, so that's next
my birthday.
Sunday. I know!
Awesome.
You have to come. Maybe. And it's going to be at 6:30 in the evening, and it's going to be at the Tunbridge School. So ours is for children and adults. Everyone gets a candle. Hang on a second, Jen's texting me.
You get a candle, and then you get to walk the spiral, and you get to pick another candle to light that's been placed in the boughs. It's like candle stuck in an apple, right? Which is really
well, you get a candle
cool.
at the beginning of the spiral, and you bring it into the middle, and you light it, and then you can place it somewhere along the path, sort of as your own little.
Oh, so you get to go all the way in, and then you get to come all the way out, and on your way out, you get to light the candle.
You get to and then you get to place your little light anywhere you want.
Man, I'm not going to go to that thing, but I'm going to just use that metaphor in life. I'm going to go into the middle, and I'm going to get the light, and then I'm going to bring it back out, and I'm going to light something on fire.
You're lighting your way in the darkness, Kristina. Little pyro.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's enough on the Spiral of Lights.
Yes,
thank you,
but
Jen.
anyone can come next Sunday, the 11th at 6:30 at the Tunbridge School.
Okay, or you can come, celebrate
Kristina's
my birthday, and we'll sort of sabotage the whole thing, and you can bring me presents instead. Anyway, okay.
What are you going to play?
It's actually one of my songs that I'm going to play because
Hello, Allison.
I'm in this sort of switch over from my iTunes library, so I had to just access something that was easy, so it's mine. And let's see, we're on device 2. Here we go. Brother, your mercy for the way I'm crying, seeking consolation. Brother, your patience
in my hour of need. My children are so far from me. Brother, your shoulder and your even hand when my body needs you to be a man. Brother, your silence and your listening for the heart in the wreckage. It doesn't seem wrong, baby, what's love for? If it ain't for this, I don't want it anymore. You know I can't be strong every single day. You got to hold the light until the darkness goes. Brother, your anger, you can lay it down. My gentle tears are no enemy. Brother, stop yourself from losing ground and killing off all that's good in me. It doesn't seem wrong, baby, what's love for? If it ain't for this, I don't want it anymore. You know I can't be strong every single day. You got to hold the light until the darkness goes. Brother, your words, they don't know what they say. They find no peace in their reckoning. And brother, I see him, he who knows the way, without his mind to the heart of the wreckage. Doesn't seem wrong, baby, what's love for? If it ain't for this, I don't want it anymore. You know I can't be strong every single day. You got to hold the light until the darkness goes. It'll go.
All right. We're
back.
That was Jeff Berlin.
That was you.
Yeah, but that was Jeff Berlin on the drums.
Oh.
He set up such a nice beat to that, man. He's brilliant.
My sister Jen was going to be a drummer once.
Really? What happened, Jen?
Got all these drums, and they went in the basement, and she drummed for 5 minutes or something, and then she sold them on Craigslist.
Really?
I guess.
Hey, I thought your family hated our show. What's she doing listening?
I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe. She's at work, I think. Maybe she's just really bored.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'm not trying to discourage it.
My dad has been listening a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they just like to hear in case I'm going to say something bad about them.
I love to say stuff about Butch. Butch is actually one of our characters on our show.
He kind of is.
Butch this, Butch that.
Yep.
I think it's good to have some characters.
Well, maybe that's sucked him in now.
Yeah, that's cool. As long as he's cool with it.
I don't know where he went. I tried to call him today because I need him to come to my house and help me get some fence posts, but he's disappeared. He's probably just outside.
Maybe he's on the train.
He's not on the train. He's out in the sawmill. I hear the train. I hear it too.
Did you? I thought I heard
Yeah.
it, and then I couldn't hear it. Wait a minute. Let's be quiet for just a second.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's far
it's
away.
really far away,
It's
though.
very far away.
Oh my God, my headphones are pinching my brain.
Maybe somebody adjusted them. You look kind of like a Martian today with that.
You do too.
Really? We look like Martians?
It looks like the headgear that you wear when you have a broken
You know what
head.
what I think you need to do? Yeah,
Or teeth or
yeah, it looks
whatever.
like one of those when kids have to put retainers on at night with the
Yes.
big contraption. It's like that,
like at
except
summer camp in the 60s.
Yeah, it's rotated by 90 degrees.
I don't think they do that to kids anymore, do they? I never had braces, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. Okay, stop. Here it comes.
It's still a little ways away.
Get down on your knees and pray.
I will watch out the window so I can tell you when it's really close.
Okay, I'm going to open the door so I can see it.
Oh, man.
I want to see it go by. All right, tell me when it's...
Okay, see it coming around the bend.
Oh my God.
Look out there and you can see its headlights coming. It's like the Santa train. It's the Amtrak.
We are so lucky.
I can hear this train up on my hill some 12 miles away from here.
I can hear it when I'm at my gardening job in Barnard, in East Barnard, like
Whoa.
all the way at the end of Broadbrook Road. I can hear that thing, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. But that is God's truth.
Why is it so loud?
It's like
It's sunny out.
echoes up through the valleys.
Look at that girl. She looks really fancy. Oh, that's Courtney. Never mind. I mean, she is fancy.
She
but
is fancy.
She's one of our DJs.
I mean, she knows how to be fancy.
She just has a super fancy looking coat on and a fancy walk.
Yeah, some people have that knack for just being able to look fancy and pull it off. I can't. I just can't. I feel like such a
she
phony.
has like a sort of glamorous aura about her.
Yeah, she does. She does.
I'm going to put this down and shut our door now. I
She's-
feel really exposed
Yeah, I was
to the
going
world.
to do it, but I'll let you do it. You know, are you okay?
I just forgot. I still had headphones on.
Oh yeah, sometimes you can't walk away with headphones on. I do that in my studio all the time. I forget that I'm wearing them and I go, I get up and I start walking somewhere.
My God.
Doesn't work.
All right.
Oh gosh, I have so many burning issues.
If you
to talk
knew you were
about.
going to die in 1 year, what would you do differently? Speaking of our gulping water.
I would love myself so bad.
No, for real.
No, I would, I swear.
But would you do some crazy stuff? Or would you just continue?
I would just continue what I'm doing.
Would you try to see people more, or would you just everything just the same?
I don't know. I just sort of try to do what I'm doing, even at a deeper level.
All right.
That's all. I'm not going to do something different. How about you?
Yeah, I think probably the same, but I think I would just try to see more people though, because
Possibly.
like I had several people that I care about die recently, and I didn't see them for a long time, and I don't know why I didn't. There was no reason why I didn't. So I feel like that was dumb, and I should do that more.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, that's a good burning issue.
I haven't started my Christmas shopping yet. Have you?
That's a non sequitur.
Okay, fine.
Why is reheated coffee so bad? Oh, you don't know. You don't drink coffee.
All coffee is so bad. What are you talking
No,
about?
it's not. But you can take the best coffee and then
It's like liquefied poo. That's what it.
Okay,
I just don't like it.
All right. Okay, you're entitled to your opinions. And I'm going to move along from that then. We're not going to talk about coffee. Here's another burning issue of the day. The question is, I saw this on the internet, have you
no.
danced with a narcissist
Yeah.
today?
Today? Not today.
No, okay. Let's expand it out. Ever.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
How was that dance?
Very literally and as well as figuratively.
Who was leading?
Obviously not me.
What did you learn?
I don't think I learned much for a long time. It takes a long time to figure out what you're dealing with.
Yeah, there's quite an extraction process to healing.
I think
from
that's the whole point of narcissism. It really tricks you into thinking it's not a thing. Or that's gaslighting, which is sort of included
Well, it's all
in that.
kind of involved with the same deal. Yeah, but good living is the best revenge. That's what I say. The bottom line is you don't have to get the last word to have the last word. Really. You just have to live your life well and better and deeper.
That's good advice, actually. It's so frustrating when you feel like you didn't have the last word and the evil has just had its say.
Yeah, that impulse to take revenge, it's very, very human. And, I always used to say that if I didn't have children at home that I was, responsible for, I probably would have committed homicide.
I know.
So thank you, children.
I hear you, sister.
A shout out to my kids.
Keeping me from
out
a
of life
jail.
in prison. Yeah, so that was, there's some good things that you have to put on your good list. That's one of them.
Yeah, I never realized how emotionally volatile I could be until very late in life.
Yeah, that rage and sadness and
yeah, I don't really even.
It's like rocket fuel.
I don't think of myself as a ragey kind of person, but
well,
I got some anger.
There's an injustice issue that pervades our planet, and some of us have to play it out in our relationships. And it's interesting because I think ultimately karma is the final arbiter. Karma is the
it takes so dang long.
Well,
though.
and
it's
we
not
don't
satisfying.
Well, that's it. That's the one thing you have to forego is some kind of immediate satisfaction.
I want to see people be sucked down to the depths by the Kraken right now.
Yeah, and see, we have to fight against that urge to want to see somebody go down. But if we just quietly know that, well, I'm going to get what I'm due, like what I put out is what comes back to me, and that's true for the people.
And you're growing.
People around us,
You're
yeah.
growing.
Yeah,
I would say the most growth I've ever had since childhood all happened in a time I consider really bad and ugly. So I guess that's good in a way.
Well, that's right. These are ways that we learn to grow up. That's the upside. It's good to grow up. It's not bad. I mean, bad things can happen, but there's nothing bad about growing up through bad things. So, yeah, it's interesting because there's this idea of justice and really wanting justice, and that I think it's good to want justice, but sometimes it's not in our hands to create that, and we have to let go. But there is, I've talked about this before, the whole truth and reconciliation concept. That is something that's more within our control. So I think sometimes it's important in terms of healing to have the truth be brought forward in a public way, and then there can potentially be reconciliation.
That is all very well and good.
Yes, I thought you'd like that. Because
I would like it more if my head was not being completely squished.
Okay, I'm going to make a suggestion to you because you're in pain. I'd say take the headphones off and adjust them so they're not. I think what's happening
Do you
is
think
they're
it's this thing? But
you have to shorten them. I think they've been.
They're as short as they.
Oh, they are?
Can be. I think.
Oh, you're right.
Such a little
they are
dang head.
Shortened.
I think it's okay now.
Is it because of those earrings that you're wearing? That
I don't know.
They might
my
be,
earrings are down below.
Maybe they're kind of collecting electromagnetic pulses that are searing into your brain.
You know what? I've discovered what's going on.
What?
It's not my headphones. I just have a headache.
Oh, that.
Yeah, I keep thinking that my headphones are like pinching me, but now that I'm touching my head, the headache, where it hurts is kind of up here where my headphones are not. It's not bad. I have a little residual headache.
It's just vague. It's because you hadn't drank enough water.
I have not drank any water.
Dranken.
I love
the word dranken.
Is that a word?
No, it's not, but I sure think it should be. Dranken.
Dranken is absolutely the best.
I dranken too much last night.
No. You can't dranken too much.
Yes, you can.
I haven't
I've done
dranken.
It. No, I've done it. I've been there. No, you can dranken too much.
Okay.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
But this is not about grammar.
I just meant you were using it in the wrong tense if you're going to create that word.
I drunken too much last night.
I was already too... No, that doesn't work either.
I drinked too much last night.
Nothing you say sounds right now, so I don't know.
Okay, I guess it's you drank. I drank, not dranken.
Well, I do like drinking.
But dranken just adds a certain flavor to it. Like it was a real experience. Like it was a, life-changing debauchery.
Or also some sort of creature. A dranken.
Yes, it does sound like a dranken creature.
Like a dragon, and a
Frankenstein.
Skink. No. What is? I don't know.
I think it's more than 2. It's 3.
It's lots of things.
Yeah. What is a skink?
A skink, I think, is a little thing that looks like a anteater. No. Aardvark?
Really? It's a real
It's
thing?
like a cross between an aardvark and like a squirrel. Look it up.
You know, I trust...
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just know it's a creature.
I trust you because you're a farmer. So you should know about animals.
I feel like it has armor.
Do you have skinks?
I don't think anyone has skinks
It's
here.
a
I
lizard.
think skinks... Oh, it's a lizard? I think skinks are maybe in like Australia. Can you look it up quickly? Because I'm freaking out right now.
Oh, you are
about
freaking out? I'm
what
sorry.
a skink could possibly be. I think you're right. It is a lizard.
Okay, I'm going to
And
Google
I think it has spiny scale things.
S-K-I-N-K. Is that right, or is it X at the end? No,
No.
skink. Wikipedia has a skink in it.
What's it look like?
Oh, I just
there an
lost the
image?
picture. Oh, yeah, it's a lizard.
Okay. Does
It's
it have like little points on it, like spikies?
No, it's kind of ho-hum.
Oh,
It's a ho-hum lizard.
well, I don't know if the
Skinks look roughly like true lizards, but
Drankin
most species...
probably is not its best
I guess it's not
defining adjective.
It's not a true lizard.
Is it really an aardvark like I thought?
No.
It's a reptile.
No. Nothing could be like an aardvark.
Aardvarks are just not right. There's several animals that I don't understand.
Possum.
Like aardvarks and possums.
Sloths.
Sloths? What the hell? Platypuses? There are a million different animals all hodged together totally weirdly, and they do weird things. Like this is true. I know this is true. Platypuses don't have any nipples. The babies seriously, they just have milk glands all over their body, and the babies just suck on their fur.
Could I just remind you that we're broadcasting all over the White River Valley?
Well, don't you think that's weird? I mean, not the broadcasting part, the milk part. And how do things with bills even nurse anyway? If you had a bill, it doesn't like fit really or white or like around a... It's not a sucking object.
Let's talk about procrastination.
All right.
Actually, let's have
Do
a
we
song.
have to right
No,
now?
we need to have a song.
Do it later.
We went 4 minutes over.
Oh my God.
Slacker DJ. Okay, this is a fun one. This is a Hunter Paye song. I really like this one. Here we go.
This country's my mother, this country's my father, raised by no other, well, since I was born. Their privileges are mine, and their troubles are too. They're far from perfect, but they try and try and try and try and try. Father's heavy-handed, and so our home was built where his feet landed. Though others were there still, fields were planted, using other men's will, but times demanded that my father bow and fall into his heart. All the love that I could ever show was gathered from the waters of my home. And all the love that I could ever show was gathered from the waters of my home. Mother laid her welcome mat from the sea to our porch, while one hand waved boats back, the other held the torch. In times of anger, her arm crashed down with force, but in times of trouble, nobody gave as much as mother did. And all the love that I could time define my father by what his daughter's done? Will time define my mother by the failures of her sons? We were so young. This country's my mother, this country's my father.
Hunter Paye, This Country. I love that. It's deep.
He's cool.
He's very cool. So procrastination, we could talk about that a little because, going back to how the dog goes around and around and around before it sits down. That to me,
it's just procrastinating,
it's
laying down.
Well, it's sort of a metaphor for procrastination, but it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I think procrastination can be a motivator. Did you know?
I am queen of procrastinating.
Yeah. Well, let me just tell you because, it's. You have to go around and around and putter and putter and putter before you can sort of settle into serious work. And what I did was I made a little short list of things that I do to procrastinate before I can actually get to my work.
Okay.
So one of them, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, is I go out and I look at my wood pile.
You just look at it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a lot of pride that goes into a wood pile, right?
What does this have to... Is your wood pile already stacked? Then what procrastination... Yeah. Then why... There's no procrastination involved then?
No, it's just an enjoyable thing that you can do to put off what you have to do.
Oh, so you're not talking about procrastinating stacking your wood pile?
No.
By just looking at it?
No, because actually wood stacking can be a way to procrastinate towards doing other stuff. So I did my wood stacking yesterday.
No, I don't feel that it counts as procrastination if you're doing something that's a necessity.
Well, yeah, so that's one point for saying that it can be very positive. If you have stuff that you do to procrastinate that's actually useful towards your life's goals. I mean, your daily life's requirements. What do you call it? Chores. If you got to like chores. You got to like chores. If chores can keep you away from doing what you really have to do. Like write
chores are what you really have to do.
No, but if you have to, suppose you have to sit down and write an article for the newspaper, or you have to go up and arrange a whole song.
Yeah,
okay.
You're right. I do understand
because these are things that are hard that take a huge amount of kind of mental and emotional preparation. And if you have chores to do, I think it's fabulous. And so the more chores, the better, man.
What if you procrastinate your chores and the other stuff?
Well, you can do a little of that, but I'd say try to get in the habit of using chores as a form of procrastination. I mean, also cutting your nails can do it.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm a guitar player, so I have to cut.
Satisfying.
What?
Do you have one of those little cuticle tools?
No, I thought those were weird. I think that's
oh my god, it's
the
most
satisfying.
No, it's so satisfying. It's like this little sharp knife and you can't even feel it. It doesn't hurt or anything, and you cut your cuticles right off, and it is the most. You run the little V along your cuticles, and you see the little cuticles just.
I guess that's
coming off, and it's so satisfying.
That's kind of a form of self-love.
I love it. I can't find my cuticle tool. I have to go to the pharmacy and get another one, I think. I don't know if they make them still.
Well, okay. So that could be a procrastination technique. Also, annoying my cats is something that I do. I like to annoy them. I like to see them twitch their tail. So I have these certain things that I do to them.
You annoy your cats on purpose? My cats annoy me on purpose.
Yeah, well, you can dish it out back to them. That's what I'm saying.
They've been oddly reverent of the Christmas tree, which went in last night. I mean, they have batted.
Before they destroy it.
Yeah, maybe they are still waiting until I'm gone. But we put some little bells down low, and they're batting them, and that's fine. I'm like, go for it. That's what I put them there for. That's cute.
But you do tie it to the ceiling.
It's totally tied to the ceiling.
You're not going to have any problem as long as you tie it to the ceiling.
The kids were devastated, though. I said we weren't going to put any of our special breakable ornaments on it this year because the cats are kittens, and things may die. Not the cats, but the ornaments.
You think they're actually going to climb the tree?
Oh my God, they climb everything.
Oh, I never had a cat that actually climbed the tree.
This is why your cat gates work for you. My cat gates would not keep them in. They would be over those in a jiffy.
You'll have to
Jiffy.
take a look at them. Did you see
Okay.
them?
I haven't seen them
I don't
yet.
think you've been over since I had them
I
installed.
haven't, but so far the cats seem in love with the Christmas tree. They like to just sit under it and gaze adoringly at it, and I hope that just means I hope that means that's all they're going to do.
That is the spirit of Christmas right there.
Yes. Like the Christmas chicken has gotten inside of their souls.
Yes, and I am going to now lie down under my tree and gaze longingly up at the little bulbs that
You know what? I do that.
shine.
I do that. I think that's nice. So I think they can do it too.
Simple happiness is easier to attain than people think. You don't have to do yoga. You just need to lie under your Christmas tree and look up.
When we were little, my sisters and I, that was our favorite thing to do. We would put blankets out under the Christmas tree and we would just lie under the Christmas tree.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It smells good.
It's not quite the same the day after Christmas.
No,
Somehow-
sometimes little needles come down and go in your eye.
Yeah, but you have to strip down the tree. At some point, it's nice to strip down the tree and just have a tree in your living room. That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I would have one all the time if
Like
I
a
could.
ficus, but not.
Yeah, I would have a fir tree in my house all the time. It's just not
They
practical.
dry out. You can't have a live one. They're supposed to be in a cool place.
If I
they're
could,
live.
well, you asked me something I would do if I had 1 year left. I might build a house with a tree in it. Maybe.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I always wanted that.
If you could pick, so here's another hypothetical. If you could pick someone else's body to inhabit, whose would you pick?
Oh my gosh, that's unfair. I've been working so hard to accept my own body.
I know. See, all the hypothetical, that was in the book. That was in the book of conversation starters.
Oh.
So even conversation starters have been slanted to make us hate ourselves.
Dang.
I mean, if I was horrifically disfigured, I guess that question might make a little more sense. But they're already assuming that everyone hates their body.
Well, but then there's the disfigurement of the mind, and that can ruin anybody's life. So whether you're physically disfigured or you're mentally disfiguring yourself through your imagination, it's all the same.
I don't love my body, but I'm pretty used to it.
Well, I think the functionality of my body is just fantastic. I'm very thankful that it's as high functioning as it is.
You're pretty high. You're pretty high functioning.
Well, today anyway, you have to be grateful for every day. There are things that we have that other people, we all switch roles. One day you got something, next day you don't got something. It all switches up. So that's where empathy comes in. We got to love each other and help each other out.
True.
Yeah, man, let's help each other out. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Let's just freaking do it.
You just swore a little bit.
That was not we talked about this 2 weeks ago. That is not a swear word. It's
All right.
it's a wussy little swear word, if that's a swear word.
We've hedged into all the wussy swear words and used them quite
I think that's
often.
that's an art form for radio, is how
Yeah.
to swear without swearing.
yes.
How to get the same kind of emphasis and passion using a different vocab set.
Like drankin'.
Al Franken.
Drankin' would almost be a good swear.
What would?
Drankin', it could be a swear.
You drankin'?
No, like don't just say it right out like that. Like
Don't just sit there and drankin'.
no, you have to have it's an adjective.
What? How? You are a
Aren't
drankin'.
what are swears adjectives?
Can be.
I mean, you can just say
They are. Of course they
the
are.
F-bomb. If you just say it by itself, what is it?
You are a
So that's a noun, right?
No, you are a person. That's an
Then
adjective.
that's an adjective. Then you add the ing and it's a verb. But no, what if you just yell the F word? Then what is it?
If you just yell it, it's an expletive.
No.
It's an exclamatory.
No.
Yes, there is a thing called an exclamatory. Snapple.
No.
I just saw the sign up in North Tunbridge for Snapple.
I hate that sign.
I know.
Why don't we never
do you
see the
advertise
Schwann's
Snapple?
truck anymore?
Really?
It's
But-
like it can't be our
Wait,
theme.
back up. I want to talk about Snapple for a minute.
Okay.
Why would any store have to advertise Snapple?
They don't. Snapple's really bad for you. On the little Facebook thing ad which shows how much sugar there is in all the different drinks, and they put little stacks of sugar in front of each one, like how much is in that Monster drink that I've never had before, and how much is in Red Bull, and how much is in Mountain Dew, and how much is in Snapple. Like Snapple has almost as much as the most.
Maybe that's why they're advertising it, because it's getting a bad rap.
Yeah.
Rep. Is
I
it
like
rep
the
or
little,
rap? Rap.
Rep is short for reputation. Rap is what people say, though. So I don't really know.
What people say in the 60s.
Yeah. I like the sound Snapple bottles make when you pop them, though. Snap, snap.
We're rapping.
Snap.
No, but we're rapping. That's what we would have said back in the 60s and 70s. Hey, man, let's rap. Remember that? Rap was different back then. It was a whole different thing.
Yeah, but you said you got a bad rap. Were you using it, like, in what?
There's so many different ways I could use it, like I don't wrap presents very well. We have to go. We have to get out of here.
What?
We have to leave. They don't want us here all day.
OMG.
Yeah. It's been so great.
It kind of has.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us here.
We will be back next Friday, and we hope you will too.
And you've been listening to 11th Hour Radio with Kristina Stykos and Emily Howe. So there. Bye.
Circles, I'm circling round and round. But when the evening sun spills down the darkening hills and the moon takes its place in the sky, you whisper my name like a breeze off the ocean. My mind is now still, no longer in motion. 'Cause your voice calls me home, like a light in the forest or a nightingale's song. Your voice calls me home. Your voice calls me home. I used to feel like a girl on a merry-go-round, on a pale wooden horse never touching the ground, endlessly rising and falling and rising again and again. Last night I dreamed there was a girl on a pony, and you were a man on a gleaming black steed, and together we galloped through the wide open prairie. I'd never felt so free. 'Cause your love calls me home, like a light in the forest or a nightingale's song. Your love calls me home. Your love calls me home. Over and over and over again, I get lost in the noise of this world we live in. I seem to spend all my days running circles. I'm circling round and round and round. But then your voice calls me home, like a light in the forest or a nightingale's song. Your voice calls me home. Your voice calls